Hello and welcome to episode 16 of Skillcraft. Today, as you saw in the intro, we're all about the Wild West. So I think I'm actually going to change skin. There we go, isn't this much more fitting? So in today's episode, I actually want to complete this entire area. Hence why I started the video with a little bit of building, because there's going to be a lot of it. So I've got a lot of ideas, a lot of area to fill. So I think we're just going to jump straight into it with a big giant mountain. So right away, we're going to transition back into a time lapse. So welcome back, that was quite the build, and oh boy does it take up a lot of space, but somehow not enough. I've still got all of this area to do that I think we're just kind of gonna fill with trees and stuff and hope for the best pretty much, and kind of ignore it because to be honest you can't see a lot of it from behind the town there. Now this was a project I had planned for a long time, and you can really tell because just look at the way that it just slots in here. There are so many great views. As we walk down the street, it kind of curves around and we see, you know, the mining hut right at the top there. And then as we come round, obviously we get more of that view, more of these lovely trees, which I've placed the larger trees kind of towards either end so that we don't have any big ones blocking the middle. There's a little one here just to continue the motif kind of around, but also to kind of block some of the boring mountain. And then back from here, there's a little hill that kind of blocks it, so you can only see the building, which I really quite like. And then obviously you get more of a reveal, and then kind of directly at the end of this path is the lovely buildings. So that's super fun, I really like that. And then we've also got this to kind of obscure some of that side that again starts to kind of reveal as we walk around. I think a lot of the sight lines around this area really like draw you through the path, which is a practice that they probably do a lot in theme parks. So that's what I've kind of tried to do. I'm really just taking my best guess at it, but I think I've done pretty well. It looks cool anyway, and that's what matters. And so while that was being done, Skilltree actually finished the mini game that I plotted out for him, or rather told him to do, in the bank. And I did the interior, of course. Look, it's not amazing, but it's an interior, which is crazy for me. So as we come in, there's obviously a big vault because it's a bank. No, there is nothing in this vault. It's actually very flat. If we just, yeah, there's no room for anything. We also have like the desk, which for some reason has loads of chests that we forgot to clear up. So I will not be doing that. Well, let's go downstairs. So downstairs is the actual mini game, which also has a hole in it, which we forgot to fix. I knew there was a reason we had this. Problem solved. So this is a fishing mini game. I know, in a bank. Oh, and don't question why it's so white in here. Like, I don't know why I went for full white, but you know what? I committed, and it was a choice. So we got a fishing rod here, and basically we just pressed a button. And it works! I was a little nervous then, but the goal is to try and fish up the magically teleporting items. Am I even going to get any? I got one! Yeah, you meant to like fish as many items as possible before it runs out of them. Which... Okay, we got two, and I'm going to try and get that one. There we go. Oh, that one said two. I don't think that's meant to do that. Oh, I can't even get there. There we go. It's not stopping. Have I messed this up? I fear I messed this up. We're just gonna just do that. Okay. Oh, and yeah, don't question the redstone. This is what peak redstone looks like, guys. Okay, we're just gonna pick that up. Yeah, I'm sure I got that one. And then so the missed ones go in here, and then the collected ones go in here. So we got 7. Out of 40. Nice. But yeah, that's pretty much how that works. So there we go, just an awesome little mini game. Because of course this is a theme park, so we want roller coasters and mini games throughout the entire thing. So we've got 1 of each so far, and that actually reminds me, that one's not working because that is the task that we're gonna do now. If I were to actually ride this, I don't have a minecart. Whoops. Anyway, if I were to actually ride this, we're just gonna have to imagine. You know, we go up here, ooh, fun, and a fun little drop. It goes into here, and well, yeah, it's seen better days. So we need a way to connect the inside, and that is going to connect to here. So it's going to come up here out of the little mining area, and oh wow, this is a beautiful view. Down here and through a little mining town and down the big drop. So that's going to be super fun, but obviously it doesn't work at the moment. So let's get it to work, shall we? Okay, so I've marked out the route that I want to take, and I've tested it, and it goes about the right speed. I just need to think about what I actually want this inside to look like. I'm thinking like a cave, because it's going to be the easiest to do, but I don't know what's going to make that cave interesting. So I've got this little bit here. I think I want something cool in the middle here, but like, I'm not sure what. And then this is kind of like a big kind of cavern. Oop. So I'm just going to play about a bit and just see what I come up with. Okay, and this is what I've got. It's very basic at the moment. There is no texturing. It's pretty much just a blocking out of kind of the ideas. So this is how it's looking at the moment. I've just tried to go for like a bit of like a gold mine feel. Currently there's no gold, so we'll have to think about adding some of that. But down here, I want to add water. I think a little water feature would be really nice. I'm thinking maybe I could have like a waterfall from the top. There should be enough room, just like a singular stream, but we'll have to see how that looks. But just to give it a little bit of interest as you're going around, we can't do anything too interesting because of the way minecarts work. Like, it's difficult to control their speed. You know, you want it going fast, but you also want it going slow, and you know, there's a hard balance, and it's difficult to control the speed, so we can't go too crazy, otherwise it will be quite overwhelming. But I think what I've got here is a nice balance of interest and not too crazy. So all I have left to do is texture and add the, you know, the odd detail here and there. Okay, I now have a completed interior. However, I'm not in there because I feel like the best way to show this off is just going to be to use it, and I do have minecarts. And something that I actually didn't realise is that minecarts work a lot differently on servers, so it might be a little bit jumpy, a little bit laggy, but it should still work. So let's just see. So we just press this button, and off we go. I feel like it's better in this view. We go up. Nice little view here, and we go down. Lovely. Then into the inside. This is what I did. Ooh, almost got a little bit stuck there, but we're good. There we go. Ooh. And we're good. Yeah, it does get a little bit slow in some parts. I might need to fix that up, but we get up here. We get a nice view of the village, and back down. And pulls into the station. Lovely stuff. That is our very first completed ride. But that probably wasn't actually the best view to really appreciate the details, so let's have a closer look. So I went through and added just lots of texture. That was the first thing, of course. I loved using these little dripstone bits. Thought that was very smart, and surprisingly you can place it on anything. I always thought you could only place it on dripstone or certain select like stone blocks, but I guess not. But that came in very handy. I added lots of chains because I wanted just lots of things to kind of fill this big empty area, make it feel a little bit more claustrophobic, and just various bits of gold scattered about. And of course, textured the water down here. It does look a little bit empty though, but I didn't really want to put like fish in it or lily pads or really anything in it. So I think it just has to stay this dark abyss. But you know what? I think that's fine. And then we've kind of got similar stuff over here. I also used a bit of mangrove roots because I have way too many of them and they kind of fit the vibe. And then comes around, more barrels, more gold, and we're back out to the top. Also, I should mention, like, none of these have interiors. This one's actually missing a door. That's meant to have a door there. But yeah, very, very empty up here. But it doesn't look that empty from the actual ride, and that's what matters. I also took this as an opportunity to fill in the back. It's now got at least not an empty space. It is very, very bland. It is just packed mud. Why did I choose to do packed mud? I don't know, because I hate myself, I guess. I also added this little diorite rim just because then it doesn't look totally hideous. I think the diorite really saved it. It's not meant to be looked at from the back, so let's go back around to this way, huh? It is also fully lit up, so we're not going to get any spawns under here, which is nice because I have been slightly battling them for a little while. So in between all of that, I also actually ended up doing another building. Look, I just feel like the town needed one. There was just an empty space. So I built a post office. So enjoy another quick little time lapse. So the idea for this build actually came from my original Wild West town. I also had a post office, and I thought, you know, I've got the shop, I've got the saloon, I've got the sheriff's office, and I got the bank, all of which I did in the original build. I just needed the post office, so you know what, I've done it, and I'm actually really happy with this one. I thought using white was a bit of like an ambitious choice for Wild West, but I think it actually turned out really nice, and I love the shapes of this build. And I think the location of it is also just really, really nice. But also during all of this, Skill Tree actually helped out a little bit and, well, turned this area red. We were talking together and decided that this little patch here that I've been struggling to fill for so long should be red sandstone. Should be a little mesa area. So we've marked out the color patterns, and apparently this is actually accurate to how the mesa's built. So I think we're going to stick to that color palette, and I'm thinking I want to have like a big kind of built up area here, which should block the view to this section, which we don't want to see unless we're like literally right here, and that works vice versa as well. We don't want to be seeing this when we're over here, and a big wall here will help. A bit like what we did. Oh my god, what did I just press? A bit like what we did over there, where the terrain just slightly blocks that view. So I think the first thing I want to do is actually just bring this red sand to the end, and I think swap out this gradient for maybe one that goes to red sand, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't really know what blocks would gradient here. Maybe acacia? Okay, I think I've actually managed to come up with a pretty good gradient. We're going to start with terracotta. I think I'm going to replace this birch, but I'm going to keep the jungle. Now, this is quite a harsh gradient, but I think this is just a great bridge between the packed mud and the orange. And acacia, we're going to replace with... or birch, we're going to replace with acacia? Yeah, I like that. This is a really nice color combo, actually. We could also maybe go into orange terracotta, but I don't have the dye on me right now, and I can't really be bothered. So I think we're just going to make do. If it looks really bad, I will do it. And I was going to go into this, but now I'm thinking I do need orange terracotta. I think I do. I'm gonna replace this with orange terracotta. Looking at this, I'm thinking we actually don't need the acacia. Okay, that's better. I just got my order round. But now we just have some simple terraforming to do, and then we're gonna figure out what we actually want to put here.
There you are. Then it works. There we go.
We have visitors.
What? We have... Ah.
You know,
Oh,
this is
quite a few of
actually
them.
really fitting for what I was about to tell you. So, let's just kill them.
Oh my god, this bow. I swear they're making the bow worse. Why
Maybe
can I
you're
not
just worse
sprint?
with it. Oh, crossbow.
Why get... Oh, wrong button. I've been playing too much Skyrim.
I changed it a little bit. Oh, we missed a guy.
Oh, what?
He's watching
Oh.
very intently. Yeah, it'll be
It's
fine.
right over there.
Oh, maybe we could
Okay, yeah,
pacify.
this is already looking better. Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, so I just did the terraforming and stuff. But while I was building it, I was like, what are we actually gonna put here? And I was attacked
yeah.
by these guys. And so I thought, well, let's just build a pillager camp.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
This feels like a really nice place for a pillager camp, so...
Oh my god, you know what that will remind me of? Remember that train that you did in season 1?
So I did
with
one
that,
of them in
sort of
season
bandit
1.
camp?
Yeah. So, like, I mean, this whole base is basically just rebuilding season 1. So
Yeah, pretty much.
why not keep the trend going?
Yeah, I just watched a wandering trader spawn up. It's just climbed into the...
Oh, it's making itself at home, I see. I want its head. It needs to go on a spike. Do you have any redstone, perchance?
I think I've run out of it. But I can check.
Just a couple...
What do you need?
Couple bits of dust.
Just dust. Oh, dust should be fine. Oh yeah, loads.
Yes. Just gonna... Just...
Oh yeah. Just adding a bit of jam every
Nice
day.
and... Yeah. Nice and fresh heads.
Fresh heads. I'll probably be classed as one. I must be lagging quite a bit because I'm flying all over the
You also
place.
just cut out like crazy. Robot speak that was. Oh, there he goes. Yep. This is not... not what I want. I don't like this. What am I doing?
Okay, let's try this again.
Welcome back.
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't... Like, nothing was working.
Yeah, nothing's working right now for me. What is there? What have I just made? How do I make a tent?
Oh my god.
Kind of want like canopies kind of coming off, but I can't build for some reason. Maybe I just don't make it out of wool, because then I can use slabs.
Or we procrastinate until we have less than a month left to do all of this. But that's probably not a good plan, right?
No, it really isn't, but it's tempting.
Yeah.
It's a tempting plan.
It is quite tempting. So if I lay, like, the bottom of this out, so that'll be the end.
Is there a zombie in here?
I think so, it sounds like it. I lit it.
Sorry, mate, I will,
That was the first thing I did. I lit it up.
I think I've disturbed the date or something. And they've stolen my block, so we've now got a window to them, which is a little concerning.
There's only one person.
He's around the corner.
Person, zombie. Where? Oh.
There he is.
Oh yeah.
When I opened it, they were just stood in the corner, like, staring at each other. We'll stay staring, because I don't think we can say...
Black terracotta. I'll drop
Oh,
that. Oh, right, yeah, I know what you... Yeah.
Oh no, they didn't like me. Okay, well, they're dead now.
Done this wrong.
Why can't I build a
Why can I not copy?
thing?
Oh, that's because I need to do that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, building is hard. You see why I don't do it much.
Criminal. Oh, I killed those zombies. I forgot to actually light it up. I can hear its skeleton.
So you just yeah, okay. Right, I mean, that's on you.
Oh,
so.
It's in all gold. Help.
What?
Protect me. Thank you. I have lights this time. There we go. Chocobox of goodies.
4 lanterns. Yeah, look at that. That's
nice.
Beautiful. That is a chocobox you would be proud of. Look at all those pots. Yes.
Oh, I need them. They're actually exactly what I was looking for right now.
Yeah.
I'm just spamming, just pressing buttons, seeing what happens.
I come over it and I'm like, wait, what's going on here? You've just you've just
I don't know. I don't know what's going
you've
on
been
here.
doing a U and just throwing around loads of wool everywhere.
I'm looking at what I have and going, yes,
That looks insane with the shaders.
insane in a good way.
Yes.
Cool. What are you doing? Stealing the meat? Why have you stolen my meat? Put my meat back. Put my meat back.
Sorry. I am now Skyrim. Oh no,
Oh my
that's
god.
ow.
Yeah, you deserve that.
There we go.
I love that the campfire smoke literally goes through that mangrove wood in this like one situation. I'm sure there's so many times where that has annoyed me. Right here, either I do like a skull in the side on the side here because I hate myself. And I want to suffer.
A cow skull as well. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
I just stick some random like tent there, and we just continue like the pillager theme.
Oh god, you're attempting a skull.
No, I'm doing a lazy man's skull.
Oh.
And
Oh, you're
I'm
doing
putting
a
random
rib cage.
bones that look vaguely bone-like.
You're just doing a rib cage.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even doing that. I'm just doing bones. This looks like salmon. It's not empty now.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Why don't we just do an excavation site?
That's kind of what I am doing.
Yeah, but better.
What, are you saying this build sucks?
No.
How dare you
saying-
insult me like that?
I'm saying you
Just
can
needs
just do
texture.
one.
Just
You
needs
just
texture.
need
Just needs texture.
one part of the rib cage.
Just need some texture. Do you have any TNT?
Hang on.
Oh, you. Does the crystal just have to be in water? Yeah, I hope so. We're about
Just
to
bring
find out.
the obsidian.
If it doesn't help,
Yeah, but then you have a floating crystal.
we'll just build around it.
Oh, we should
It's a
do-
feature, not a bug. This
You
is
can
this is
just-
bomb defusal right here. What have you done? What have you done? Why have you done this? Surely
if a
water
cre-
stops this from
if a s-
blowing up stuff, right?
If a skeleton
Ooh.
came over and tried to shoot you.
And that's very possible. This place is
It
cursed
really
with
is, yeah.
loads of mobs. Surely that's enough.
I mean, only one way to find out, right?
Surely, it's a rule of Minecraft. The water
Wait,
stops
wait,
explosions.
no, maybe try and place some more obsidian around the bottom.
I can't be bothered.
Maybe that will stop some.
It'll
Place
be
some
fine.
blocks at least to try and stop it.
Look, if it explodes. Oh
It's
my
got to go
god.
for it. The water stops it. It's fine. There you see.
Thank god. I was
I
gonna say, if
told
it
you.
explodes, it's just, we can just make an excavation site. What am I gonna put here though? I need something. So that was yesterday, and I have actually managed to come up with something. I made a skull. I just couldn't resist. It was just too good of an area. And I think it actually turned out really nice. A lot better than the one I did on season 1, that's for sure. And it's actually a very large skull. So, I hate to see the beast that this skull come from. But it's dead, so yeah, don't have to worry about that now. So I went with mostly quartz because, of course, mixed in a bit of diorite to get that texture. And my favourite thing is this new moss block. It just goes really well. It is quite dark, but I still think it works. I also did a little trick. I made the inside brown concrete powder because then it looks like it's kind of in shadow. I thought that was a pretty cool little technique there. It just makes that inside from here just look that little bit extra dark and gloomy and scary. It makes this eye socket just feel a little bit more visible. But with this area being complete, oh, I also added this. It's fine. I really needed to light up this area, and that was the best way I could think of it. But this whole area is spawn proof. And with that area done, it means this whole Wild West section is almost finished. Or well, at least on paper, because we have one final area, and it is just through here. Ooh, if I can get through the doorway, this big section here. And that's why I say on paper. Technically, this is just one bit that I have to do. The back lots, so to speak, and just filling out this area with trees and just so it's not fully empty. But that is far easier said than done. Trees take a long time. This, I want to expand the street up to here, so we've got a lot of facades to build. Luckily, I don't have to do interiors or backs or really anything, because all of this area is going to be made to stone and just have like bare bits that a theme park would have, I guess, like the backlots. No one's meant to see this is staff only. But all of this stuff, while very simple, takes a lot of time, so I better get cracking, shall we? And I think the best place and most interesting place to start is gonna be all of these buildings here. It's basically double what I've already done, so I best get cracking. So we now have a completed area. So let's give you the tour. But we're actually going to start by going to Main Street. These are the brand new buildings. They are very, very basic. And to be honest, you can kind of see the quality drop from these ones over here that are a lot larger and taller to these ones over here, which are literally just facades. They're all like 3 blocks back. But they fill in the gap, and it's gonna look good once we have more on this side as well, because I've decided to do that for some reason. But before we get onto that bit, there is the staff only entrance. So this, I missed a block. Okay, but this is the kind of back lots, and there's just lots of like storage stuff. There's bins here, there's scaffolding for the back of these because they're all like facades. There's spare gravestones because, you know, we all need spare gravestones, and pipes and things. So yeah, so that is this area. It's mostly so when you're looking at it from above, there's not like a really obvious blank space. And I guess to add a little bit of storytelling that this is in fact a theme park. But if we go back out one of the many exits, it is this area, which I think I'm actually pretty happy with this. It is a very hard flat spot to fill with a lot of custom trees, and I kind of cheated a little bit. They're all the same schematic. There's 3 different trees here, plus the regular spruce ones. And that was my trick, to just fill in a lot more gap very quickly and very easily. Little trick to using that is to put fences on top, because it just makes it look that little bit less vanilla, and that like blends in a little bit more with what I've already done. But yeah, and it's all lit up, so we're not going to get any spawns. In fact, the entire Wild West section is fully lit up, and so there's no spawns. But yeah, and then this just transitions back into the sand, and we loop around and we can just walk around the entire park, and it's super fun. It's awesome actually being able to walk around this park and not turn a corner and be met with a blank space that I'm yet to fill. So I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to leave you with some replay shots because I feel like I just need to show off this whole place in its entire glory. So thanks for watching.